Hey everybody, back again. This time I'm focusing on all my PSA graded cards from the 1980s, and this video will be all the cards from 1980 to 1985. Like many of you fellow collectors out there, we started collecting in the 80s. For me it was 1987 that I started collecting cards, and once again I got out of it when I was a teenager, and then got back into it in about 2011. But I wanted to start by showing the last year I have any of these Kellogg's cards that I like, the 1980s, with a nice Nolan Ryan, Pete Rose, and a Rod Carew all in mint 9s. And then 1980 is kind of considered the last maybe vintage year of cards, so it's a little bit different. I still try to get all these in at a near mint 8. So you'll notice most of my cards here are going to be 8s. There's going to be a few 9s, maybe a few 10s, but I don't have any 7s from the 80s. And once again, I don't try to get super high quality cards on these. I've picked up most of these cards just because I like the players involved, and I try to get as many of them as I can. So you'll see a lot of Nolan Ryans, some Mike Schmidts, this is the end of Willie Mccovey's career here in 80. Right here, there is the Rickey Henderson rookie card, probably the most valuable card in the 80s as far as tops goes. Super high price differential between an 8 and a 9 on that Rickey Henderson, but this is a decent 8. And then Nolan Ryan, one of my few 9s from 1980, that's Joe Morgan. And then Rod Carew. And then going on, we see the arrival of several new players in the game in 1981 with Don Ross and Fleer putting out their first sets. Well, Fleer actually had done some sets in the past, but first modern era set that they had done. So here's some Don Ross. And then moving on to some of these Fleer as well. This is Willie Mccovey's last card. Once again, these cards are going to be heavy on Nolan Ryan. And then Kirk Gibson, that's his rookie card. That one is tough to get in a really high grade. 8's about an average grade on that, but if you had it in a super high grade, pretty tough card to get. And then Tim Raines, the guy that probably will be in the Hall of Fame, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, his rookie. And then Lee Smith, a great closer from the 80s, that's his rookie card. And then we're coming on here to Cal Ripken. When I was a kid collecting in the early 90s, Cal Ripken was like the hottest player, 1991. So again, some more Nolan Ryan, and then the Fleer Cal Ripken rookie, another Nolan Ryan, and then the Cal Ripken rookie from 82. I don't have the 82 tops traded Cal Ripken. I might pick it up in the future. The prices on these 80 cards have stayed fairly steady, so I've been in a rush to go out and get a huge collection of these. Most of these were bought when I first started collecting, again back in 2011, 2012 era. And once again, my goal was just primarily to get most of the key rookies from the mid-80s in at least a near mint 8 grade. Like Ryne Sandberg, here's his Don Ross rookie. Julio Franco, I got that in a 10 because you could get that for about $10. He was kind of a French player, not a Hall of Famer, but definitely a strong contributor who had a very long productive career. And then probably one of the best pure hitter from the 80s, Wade Boggs and Tony Gwynn together, respective in the American and National Leagues, the best hitters. And then on to Cal Ripken's second year card, and then Wade Boggs Fleer rookie. And then Tony Gwynn's Fleer rookie, and some Nolan Ryan, and then a nice mint Ryne Sandberg rookie. And now coming down here to probably my favorite set from the 80s, the 83 tops. Really like the way the symmetry of these cards with the little circle with the player's head, and then the action pose here. And these are surprisingly tough to really get in a super high. Those Gem Mint 10s are still kind of tough to get. Top still had some centering issues on this. This is Ryne Sandberg in 8. A nice Cal Ripken in a 9. Nolan Ryan. The Tony Gwynn Topps rookie, his most valuable rookie card in an 8.5. And once again, the Wade Boggs Topps rookie, I love that card too. And then the Julio Franco, his rookie was actually part of the traded set, along with this guy who just did a nice ESPN 30 for 30 on Darryl Strawberry. He's finally shown up. This card was super expensive when I was first starting to collect cards. I don't even think I knew about it. And then another good guy, Joe Carter, part of that World Championship Toronto Blue Jays team, his rookie card. And then I think if 83 Topps was my favorite, then I think 84 Donruss was probably my second favorite set. As a kid, when I started collecting at 87, it was almost mythical. You know, to get that 87 Donruss, it was like, whoa. And this card here, as a kid, my favorite player was Don Mattingly. I don't have, oddly enough, a whole lot of Don Mattingly in my collection, but I do have a couple Never Mint 8 rookies. With the Donruss, the Fleer. I like the Fleer too from 84. Darryl Strawberry rookie. And here's a really nice card. The 84 Fleer update is probably considered the best set of the 80s to get. It's got several key players like Dwight Gooden, Kirby Puckett, and then Roger Clemens is the big card in that. It also has some Hall of Famers like Pete Rose in there. It's kind of like their Fleer's traded set. So this is the true Kirby Puckett rookie. Kirby Puckett, one of the great one, multiple World Series championships, and unfortunately passed far too early. But he was a great one. And then lastly, coming into 84 Topps here with Don Mattingly, and then leader's card, the Darryl Strawberry's regular rookie there, not the traded, and then Nolan Ryan, and then here this last card is the Dwight Gooden traded. So once again, another card that was super hot in the 80s when I started collecting, but never really got a chance to see a whole lot of these cards at the local card shows I went to in Nebraska. All right, well, that is 1980 to 1985. If you want to continue watching, I'll be posting some other videos for the rest of the 80s and then a few of my cards from the 90s. Once again, everybody, thanks for watching.